Hey, what up, YouTube? Dark Signer here. I haven't done a video in like forever, but hopefully I start doing more videos and things like that. This is kind of like a welcome back to my channel. The only difference from now is that I used to just do only Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been playing a lot more like Magic, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball now. So I'm just start doing basically just content on every game, and then we'll go from there, I guess. We'll do deck profiles, live videos, discussions, everything like that. So, but for right now, I'm gonna start doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! One. My main deck that I've been playing is just Chamber, just because I've been feeling like a dick. But right now, like I'm gonna showcase Vendread just because I think this deck could be really powerful. If you just have to play it right, I don't think people give it like a lot of credit, I guess. And it's not explored enough yet. But this is the version I'm playing. I like it so far. Obviously, things need to be changed and things like that. But for right now, this is the way I like it. And I'll show you guys right now. So first, if you guys don't know what it is, it's just a bunch of it's like ritual monsters. I don't play. There's 3 of them, but I don't play the other ones. I think he's really bad. This is basically like a Shockmaster on your turn, so he's really good. And he's a recurable card, essentially. And then this guy's like the big boss, I guess. You can banish him, he gets 200, you can banish a zombie, gain 200 attack, and then when he dies you can just send another Vendread and then get the ritual spell, essentially. This guy's really good too. I like this guy a lot. I've been playing him, I kinda wanna play 3 just because you want him so much, but this, like 2 seems fine. And this deck usually likes to go second, just because you have a lot of plays that involve going second. But this deck is so tight in space that it only has room for what I'm going to show you guys. And then for the Vendread monsters, like the regular ones that give you, so all of them give you different effects to your rituals. So I'll go through them, I guess. I only play 1 of these and 2 of these because these are probably the most important ones. So basically what these do is that they give your monster the ability to banish spells and traps. So obviously, I think this is really good, this format. This stops them from banishing. What's it called? This one, when it attacks, you could draw, what's it called? Draw a card, discard a card. And with this one, it lets you banish, what's it called? Special summon monsters. So it's really good, but like I don't think more than 1 is necessary. They all have different ways of summoning themselves. But for the most part, this is probably the most important one. And then these you just want to have the access to them if you need them, but for the most part this is the one that you always go to. This is just your go-to guy. And then I play a Shiranui engine, so I play 3 solitaire. I ignore the sleeve, like whatever. What's it called? I play 3 solitaire. It's like your opening play. 1 solitaire equals an omega, or any what's it called synchro that you want. So this is obviously like the ideal turn 1 is like this and like a ritual guy. That way you have omega set up, or depending on what you have like Void Ogre. And like the guy setup, which is really dumb. So it just depends, but this guy's just really nutty. He gets you into all your plays, and you just start recurring everything with that one guy. And then you play 1, what's it called, of these guys, just because he's really good when you banish him, he pops a card. So essentially you just have him there for the access to be able to pop a card. You just put him back with Omega. So that's it for that guy. And then for the regular zombie engine stuff, you play 3 Mizuki, because obviously it's Mizuki, it's like the best zombie. 2 Unizombie gets you the plays. This is why this guy is so good. So you get this into this, dumb Mizuki, and then make your guy. You only want to play 2 though, because like you have access to 3 of these. And him by himself and nothing else is kind of bad sometimes. So you with just 2 is fine. It never conflicts. You never need more. And then I play a Shadal engine in this deck. It's a little weird, but I want to go second. And being able to set up like Shek or like Winda plus that guy is really nutty. Or even like Grista against like pendulums and things like that, or whatever. So I play 1 hedgehog, 1 dragon, and 1 beast. So these are the only ones that I play. Again, ignore the sleep. What's it called? These are the only ones that I play because these are the only utility ones that you want. This one, obviously, you have to clear back row for it. This one, you use it to make the Shek. So basically, you send this and then add these, and then you have targets for Shek, which is essentially why you play it. And then obviously, the beast just gives you a draw if you have nothing else going for you. It just lets you dig through your deck faster. And that's it for the monsters though. Like, as of right now, I'm not playing like Ash or anything like that. There's just no room for it. And I don't know, I don't think you need it as much. Obviously the cards are really good, but this deck just lacks so much in space that you can't play it. I let you play like more than 40 cards, but I'm like usually I like to stick to 40. And then 3 Shadal Fusion, like the best. I think it's the best going second card. It does so much for you, like puts you so far ahead. 3 of the pre-prep, it gets you both of them, so that's why you play 3 of them. And then the ritual spell, card's really nutty. You can bring it out from the hand or the graveyard, and then when it's in the graveyard, it protects your guys by banishing it. So this card's really ridiculous. And then only 2 Preparation of rights. I was playing 3. What's it called? But the third one doesn't really come up because if you draw a turn 1, all it really does is get you the guy. But there's so many other ways to get to the guy. So you just don't. I don't know. I just don't ever need the third one of this. So that's the reason why. And then I played 2 knights and 1 Vendread thing. I do want to play 3, but for whatever reason, this card is like impossible to find. And they kind of act almost the same way. This guy dumps my Mizukis essentially from the hand. So it's like whatever. And then this thing, obviously, this is the better one just because spell summons them and it gives you whichever one you want. And it's a quick play. So like I said, if I could get the third, like the 3 of them, I would probably play 3 and then none of this. I'll probably still play 1 actually. Never mind. Because this card obviously gets you the big rituals to your hands. And then 1 soul charge is auto win essentially for me. You open like, what's his name? The Shiranui guy in soul charge. It's like, oh my god, it's so ridiculous. Monster Born, and this deck is pretty fair. This card's really, really good. Obviously the Foolish Burial, and then the Vendread Trap. Essentially just brings it back to stuff. It's really good, but you don't want to play more than 1, and you only really play it in case you need another name for the, what's it called, to bring back the guys from the graveyard. But, I don't know. I might cut this card for Rare from a different dimension because I kind of do miss the card. But for the most part, like my Mizuki's always come back because of Omega. And I don't really need it, but there's games where like Barrier would have been really good. And that's it for the main deck, guys. As of right now, I'm making a lot of changes to the deck, but I really enjoy it just because it's really fun, it's really fast, and it just kind of gets you going, essentially.
Extra deck?
An extra deck is pretty generic.
I don't know about generic, though. It's pretty good.
Well, generic for what this deck does, I guess. I played 3 Shaddolls, obviously for different scenarios. Wind is obviously really good, plus the guy, because you get to banish spell, summon monsters, and Wind on board, and then you just kind of win. Shek, obviously, when you need it, and then this is because you have a lot of fire. You have fires to make it. So. And then I play a Black Rose, just because sometimes you have to clear the board, it works out. Stardust, obviously Stardust is Stardust. Protects your Vendread, essentially. This guy, it's kind of like whatever, it's just a big beat stick. Utility, obviously when you need them, they kind of come out whenever you need them. So that's these 3 essentially. So obviously for different scenarios. This guy's really good though right now. And then I played Brannick, it's really good. You can only make it with like the double 3s and the Unizombie. And then this guy, just because. I used to play the other Shiranui guy, the little synchro guy, the tuner, but it kind of didn't work out for me. And then a Trish, Trish. And then, what's it called? 2 Omegas, I guess. Just because Omega, I don't know, it's so good. Like, you just get back your Mizukis, you get back everything. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. It's really dumb. But it's like, I don't know, you always want to make this turn 1. Getting access to like just your Mizuki's back and making all the same plays over and over again is just dumb. And the fact that it comes back in your monster zone, it was making it stupid. And the last card is 1 Babushka. This is only Exceed that you want to play. Obviously, like if you have nothing else going for you, you kind of just drop this in defense and just chill on it for a while. The card's really dumb. It lets you just like stay in the game for a while until you draw like your combo pieces going, and it's just really good. But that's the only one that I want to play. As of right now, this is the way the extra deck I want it to have be. Except for maybe like a Beals, and I'll probably cut the Trish or this. But right now it's really good. I just don't want to like spend money on Beals. But
he's getting reprinted, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think he's getting reprinted in that Kaiba box, so he's maybe cheaper. But yeah, I think he's getting reprinted. But it's your boy Pudis, and I'm gonna ask 2 questions. Do you think you would switch that Stardust for a Stardust Spark Dragon?
I don't know.
Could you fit Deco Talker? Because I tested this deck with you, and it went hard. It was super cool. I think it's underrated. It has a lot of power to swarm or just make a boss, like 2 hella cool ass boss monsters. And could you fit Deco Talker if you want to go ham? Do you ever go ham or just make stun?
No, you kind of just stun.
You stun?
The thing is, Deco Talker takes up a lot of your resources.
Okay.
Resources that you could be making like Omegas and stuff, and for the most part, you don't really need access to 2 slots in your deck. You only really need 1 at a time.
And the last question I have, just because, I'm bad, but that trap card you said with the Vendread one, would you switch it for Twin Twister? Just to get your Mizuki's engraved if you ever, like, get them in hand or not?
No, the trap's really good. Like, I'm sorry if I didn't read it, because I'm just expecting a lot of people to know what it, like, cards do, I guess. But I'll read it out, I guess. You can discard 1 card to target 1 Vendread monster, 1 ritual spell in your graveyard. You spell summon that monster in defense position. If you do, you add the ritual spell. So it just makes it dumb. And then you can banish, this card of the graveyard, target 5 banished zombies, and then shuffle them into the deck and draw a card. So it's a Jar of Avarice. And the fact that it brings out the guy back, to protect them. You could dump again, and then add the ritual spell. It just gets you
A late game reset.
too many resources, and it just keeps you going.
Yeah, I think this deck's hella cool too, because just the fact that if you're a good enough player, if you know what boss monster to make against certain types of decks, you could really wreck them.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's consistent, super cool. You may not have room for like staples or ash bombs, whatever, but I think that if you can go hard, you go hard, and it's a super cool underrated deck in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. It's
But
really fun.
anything else?
Don't just stay tuned for more videos, guys. The next one will probably be like a Dragon Ball video or a Pokemon, like what's it called, box openings. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll collab because we're cool like that. But we love you guys. Peace out.